Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a look at SatelliteReign. It's a pre-alpha Steam release that is a real-time strategy game. It's a squad-based system set in a cyberpunk world. Basically, it's very reminiscent of Syndicate Wars from the 90s. I'm sure some of you will remember that. What we have is the beginning of the game here, the tutorial area, basically. We're going to run through it, let you get an idea of how the game plays, what it looks like, and hopefully see if it's something that you would be interested in purchasing while it's on sale for this week, March 17th, for the Midweek Madness sale on Steam. And of course, if not, or rather past that time, that hopefully you'll be interested in purchasing the game again, even at full retail price currently. It is in pre-alpha, as I said, so there's a lot of changes that will probably still be made to it. Probably you'll most likely see a few bugs that will get worked out. And they do have a very intuitive bug report system. I did actually report a couple bugs already. It's a nice system. You see the bug icon up in the top right. You click it, goes straight to the page, pops up a no sign-in required form, which you fill out mostly drop-downs, and you have a box to describe it, and don't have to really fill out anything other than that. You don't have to sign in or sign up or register for anything. So it makes it very user-friendly to report bugs. Now, about the actual gameplay here, you'll notice that there is a cover system. It works both to give you combat bonuses, obviously, and to help you hide from detection from patrols and cameras and drones. Now you can manually reload with R, and of course you can sheath and unsheath your weapon with spacebar. That's a very important feature because there are times where you won't want to have your weapon out because you will be able to blend in with the crowd or the general area. As you can see, you can also loot the weapons from the enemies you kill. And you do have an inventory system. This is your weapon inventory here. All the weapons that the character has on them. And while there is no hacking minigame, that's not necessarily required. It's a feature that a lot of first-person shooters have, and this game doesn't really require that because of the way it plays. What you'll notice here is there's a camera, and we have to avoid detection by moving through cover in this part of the tutorial, which we completely just screwed up right now. So we'll wait for that to go down. You just wait for the camera to rotate back out. Very reminiscent of Metal Gear Solid. Now you can tell the artwork is really well done. The environment, even the steam coming off of the street, through the lights. And I imagine they'll put even more polish on it as time goes by. And the game gets more developed, of course. Now the world scan lets you see all kinds of more or less hidden in the beauty of the interface here, or the beauty of the game world. You can see how the terminals link up. You do actually need to go and hack both for this one, which that one will cease to be hacked. We'll have to rehack it here. And if you missed it, the beacon down here is basically your checkpoints, your spawn points. You establish those throughout the game to be able to respawn closer into where you are. And this here is one of the many situations where we could decide to kill this guy and take his weapon, or we can sneak past. In this case, killing would probably be faster, but sneaking around has its own reward, since there is a wanted system. And if you kill enough people, or you kill people in the wrong situation, you will get a wanted level increase, and that just makes it harder for me to move around in general. Now here we're moving into the public space. Basically we can walk around, or run around in this case, and not have to worry about police getting suspicious, since we're more or less blended in with the crowd. As interesting, you can see from the interface of the highlighted terminal, it tells you how long you're likely to have it hacked once you do hack it, and the success rate, or the, in this case, the fail rate rather, of the two classes that you have, and I imagine that would expand to all 4 in your unit once you have all characters. Now what we did here is we just hacked an ATM, which gives us an ATM siphon that adds cash to our pool collectively. Of course, the more ATMs you hack, the more cash you will get. Now in this case, we have to figure out who we can bribe to get in. See, that gives us the money icon saying that this is the person we can bribe. And with our weapons sheets, we have the option to just right click and run up and bribe them. So we purchase our access from them basically. Now you may not notice this without the indicator here, but these cable here you can actually use as a zip line. You do want to allow some spacing, so it's best to tell each member to zip line each one at a time. I tried all 3 at once, and basically what happened was one of them got knocked off, it was in the middle, went to a inaccessible area, and just caused all kinds of problems that way. Now they do have a command built into it. It may be removed once the full release comes out, but basically the command allows you to instantly kill and respawn at no additional cost to your character. So if you get stuck in the pre-alpha, or when it goes alpha or even beta, hopefully that command will remain in there, so that way you can remove your characters whenever you encounter a bug and continue playing. And of course you'll always want to report the bug. They have that very intuitive bug report system from the top right. Now here we have 2 options. Basically we can go left and shoot our way through this whole mess, or we can go to the right and we can bribe this officer here. And that's more or less our introduction to multiple options and how to complete missions and just interact with the game world in general. As you can see, his light went yellow, indicating that he's a bit suspicious as to what's going on. So we can have to take a look. And we have the camera hacked shortly. What we want to do is just run over here. Hack the gate. These guys in cover. Let's just get everybody through before that gate turns back on us. He's a bit suspicious as to why the gate was closing. So we'll remain in cover, and now we're clear. here's our introduction to the mission menu, which is very nice. Tells you all the details about each district you're in. Then you can go in and look at the different areas and actually activate a ping for the mission objective. And that stays active on your mini-map as well when you're outside of the menu. You can have multiple pings, you can even set custom pings, and you can clear them all. Now you can purchase additional information for this mission for 100, which basically that tells us that there's an officer within the police station where our fourth character is held that is willing to take a bribe. So we activate our beacon. Now this gate here and this one over here require hacker level 2, which we do have to level up the hacker to be able to get through. So of course we'll have to use the regular walkway here, which leads into the public space. So as long as we keep our weapons sheathed and just walk through and don't throw ourselves into cover, we should be fine to just walk right through this police force here, even with their drones. Now this is where you really see the environmental beauty of the game. Interesting in-game advertisement, looks like for a movie or a show that takes place in the game universe. Alright, so here we see another ATM, just in a public area. We could hack that, and that will increase the amount of cash we can get. You notice the camera up here, so we're going to have to be a bit careful not to get spotted. Oh, we definitely need to get out of there. That camera's on a short rotation. So, we have this dilemma of wanting to get that ATM. Camera being right there. We have to figure out a way around it. So, of course, we get a world scan, and we take a look at where the camera is routed. Series of cameras there. So keep our world scan up and we'll follow the routing, see if we can figure out where the terminal is. You can see that particular one gets to be a bit complex. This appears to be a generator system right here, which means if you disable those generators, we would likely be able to disable all the cameras, but I imagine that would alert the police as well. So take a look at our mini-map. You can see our pings are coming from this direction. There's the police compound. And there is a camera terminal. See the reflection from your character on the rain-covered walls there. It's a nice little atmospheric effect that adds a lot more depth to it, I think. Now you can hack vehicles, and you can load your guys up into them and fly around with them. rather interesting. So here is the police compound, and we need to get back here to get our guy. So we can go that way. We can go to the main door. Or we can use the zip lines over here, which I do believe we will cut back around and go use those zip lines. You can see another generator there. Now, I have not gotten to see how exactly we can disable the generators, so it's more or less just me believing that you can. Require hacker level 2 to get that ATM, so I'll have to skip that. But hopefully, once we get our 4th character, it will enlighten us as to how we can disable those generators. Okay, so this door should take us out through here. This is our number 4 character. This guy will move back outside. He does. We will start by moving our guys back up onto the wall. Nope, nope. See, there was a guy up there we need to worry about. indicates that he was about to call for reinforcements. So basically we killed those two before they could actually get a call off to call for reinforcements. Chevrons on the bottom, I believe, indicate that our units are ready to level up. Skill selection basically depends on how you want to play the game. You might want to have some classes that are designed basically to tank, in which case draw fire and health would definitely be a good option for the soldier here. Hardwiring does allow him to hack certain items, it appears, so that would also make him a option for a stealth build if you wanted to be more covert about it. Now your support, of course, as the name implies, pretty much covers all your support options here. Looks like they can all have weapon increases, so you can pretty much do an all-combat build, or you can do a stealth build and support build, obviously for the support, which we'll go ahead and put him in the medic. Pretty much always a good rule of thumb for any game you play is to first invest in a good medic. We're actually going to go with more of a stealth option here. Does give him the option to address the power generators. I'm a bit concerned that without power it means that gate will not come down. So that's going to mean we're going to have to go back and get the other power generator as well. Maybe we'll have the option to re-enable the power here. And we do. So we can toggle our power on and off, of course, in that case. Thought that was some terminal with like an ATM or something we could hack, but apparently not. And now I've gone and caught myself back here. That's interesting. Ammo icon. Likely that's a weapons crate. him there for now. And move the rest of the squad around the side. So we have a couple more level ups here. I think they should probably move the chevron icon. I honestly would have said to put it over the character image. A bit more prominent that way. And less intrusive to the actual environment. But it's not bad where it is. Work with either one. There. We're going to move our hacker back across to get ready to hack the gate again. As you can tell, things kind of went a little bit horrible for us there. Now we have a drone segment to worry about.
Suspect not found. Disengage. Copy.
A bit of AI difficulty there with the drones. They definitely need to work on that. We'll put a bug report in for that shortly. and see if we can hack the cameras and find out what the hell is in that crate. Of course, it's definitely a bad idea considering we just barely got out of there. But let's go ahead and see if we can make a few more mistakes along the way. Beginning to suspect those crates are just for ammo pickups to restore your ammunition. In that case, it would make sense for it to be in a police station. Pretty much figure we've invested enough time on that, so we will go ahead and move our troops back out, or agents rather. And now we have horrifically yet successfully managed to rescue our fourth member from the police station. And are going to go blend back into the general populace. And able to walk by that large police patrol with no real problem. This is an interesting upgrade here. It looks like we can actually take control of NPCs and force them to do our bidding. Very similar to how it was done in I, Divine Cybermancy, if you played that game. Also a really good cyberpunk futuristic game. That one takes place in first person. So we went up our hacker, we will now be able to hack the ATM over here and increase our ATM rate. As you can tell from the mission list, you're meant to have more or less a persistent world with various different districts, a lot of options for what you can and cannot do as far as missions, multiple ways to approach each one, so that ATM rate is going to be a really important asset. Yeah, we'll touch more into the research and loadouts and character system later on, but this has been our first real look through the game here, and hope you enjoyed it, of course. If you do like the game, seems interesting, seems like your style, I definitely would encourage you to pick it up while it's on sale. It is at, I believe, 25% off, and at a little over 25 bucks. It's definitely worth the value here. There's another bug to report. Remember, this game is in pre-alpha, so while you're purchasing it, you're not only just getting a game that you'll enjoy playing, but you're getting a game that you can help develop by reporting these various bugs here. So, again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the game. Definitely check it out. I will go ahead and link the Steam page in the description. And as always, thank you for watching, and you have a good day.